T-Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll run. Here is the rookie out of Ole Miss. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. E.J. Johnson there to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, line 11, Agate. Son, it's 11. Silver.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, ready? Lisa 24. Hey, Soko, tonight.
Lawrence going to give it to Jenkins. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
I like that call on 3rd down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on 3rd down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating 3rd down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with 3rd down run.
He gets free. And he will go all the way. Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Cowboy 80.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Tap the 60. Tap the 30.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the
Great
play.
job here by this
2nd
linebacker,
and
Mike.
10.
There was no reading and
44
reacting.
yard line.
From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready, right?
They'll go again here with Henry. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up
Yeah,
3rd
ready?
down and 9.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Foye Olulakar. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
At the 17.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part.
And he's in. Facial shooting. Touchdown, Jaguars. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he will take this one in. 78 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Jaguars.
They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
36 yards.
A big play for Jacksonville. 36 yards.
A gain of 36 yards.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Made at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
on red. Hey, Jensen, attack! 30 left. Here we go.
Lawrence now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Red, 23. Done. This side's hot. 30 left. Hot.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
So it is fourth down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return team going to let that one It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
A loss of 7.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On the ready.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready. 65, 6. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back. Inside the 20-yard line. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
18, Rattler. 18, Gravity Lions. Go.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
On the jump. Let's go. Turn. This is hot.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Go.
2nd down, Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play for Jacksonville. 61 yards.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
On the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready. 11 on red.
Throwing is Lawrence. He's got his big tight end, Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Greg, offensive coordinator's script to start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Pat 7, Cowboy 80, Cougar 19. Ready.
Back to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's caught downfield by Hunter. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play for Jacksonville. 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
30 left.
To throw is Lawrence. They set up the screen here for Tootin. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
A loss of 2.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Rip, 23. Go, go. High.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Hunter. Touchdown, Jaguars. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Seven Pirates.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by DJ Turner.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Drive will start on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Focus. 30 left.
They go play action for Lawrence. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside. The 35-yard line.
First down.
A big play for Jacksonville. 56 yards.
Ready up.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. And this takes him into the red zone. He's blocked down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that walk. First down, Jacksonville.
And the Jaguar first down.
Play action now. No chance at all. He'll go down. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Again, working deep downfield. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To the air now on first and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker.
Second and 10.
It's second down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Luke now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Makes the score Jaguars 31, Ravens 21. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go. 11 half. Hey, danger. We'll go.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Red on red.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll get this out wide, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To number 81. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
On red. Sink right. Stop. Go. There we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. On the run to the right. And he's got another one. Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Jaguars 38, Ravens 21. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Down at the 26.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Come on. Dragon 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
They'll throw out of the gun. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready? 30 left. Hey, go. 11. Here we go.
On first down, Lawrence. This finds an open Hunter. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
27 yards.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, here's Chitton. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and 6.
Hey, Ron. Son, this
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Route. Silver.
That's taken in, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Kyle hits. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 18, Pioneer.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 24 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Tag. 72.
On the ground, here's Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cup 19, Cup 19, go.
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Trayvon Walker gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Get it. Rocco 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Jaguars have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now give on the ground. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup.
He does a nice
It's
job
2nd
coming
and
from his
8.
safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way, eventually, they're going to make you pay.
And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just a pick six, but add on a 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Hey, run. Easy. Read it.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It covers 51 yards.
51-yard gain. 1st down, Jaguars.
And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He moves it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Tootin trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal.
Red on red. Turn. This is hot. 30 left.
They'll run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
29. Cam Little to kick off for
Little
the
now
Jaguars.
following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On the 6. 2. Hawk 70. Hawk 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, right?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 11.
6 Viking 18. 79 Broncos. Set up.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 6.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. but as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now here's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
On red. 11. It's a hunt.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down.
19 tight.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Josh Hines Allen getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
Ready. 60 by 6. Ready.
Gonna go right back to Henry.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with the 1st down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 92 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Warriors 70.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Rolling right. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Got his man at the 6. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That one, take it in. Dave Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
On red.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Now he'll air one out. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
The Ravens take over first and 10. At their own
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
The 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Lawrence now. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 56 yards.
That ball is dropped in a bucket, Mike. I mean, this defense, they continue to bring pressure with the variety of blitz packages that they have, but they're just not getting home. And as a result, they stress their coverage, and he ends up putting that one right on the money.
A run on first and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Dragon 60.
Throwing now from the gun. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Second and 10.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the fourth quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
Open right side is likely. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he will have the Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Trayvon Walker. He gets in to record his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
He'll look to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 60 Eagles. 60. Ready.
That one incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second down, they need 7.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Quick hitting slant there. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there. So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Only need a yard, and it's fourth down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming.
Shut up! Bronco 80! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 23-yard line.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
And the Jaguar first down.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Trenton Simpson. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
A loss of 8 yards.
11.
It's second down.
Lawrence now on second down. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Third down, 3 to go.
Hey!
The RPO, that one is complete. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Hold it ready!
Now second down throw for Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Hey, Jupiter! Take right open.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Left side, caught by Hunter. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Jaguars first down.
Hey, easy, Ralph! This side. Sink right.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
14, Luke. Hey, Lion. Here we go, Holland. Hey, tomato. Here we go.
Here we go. One final play. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And the Ravens are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.